All right, this is a quick update on our program here. We're talking about our coaching program. I've introduced a couple of models to you already. I want to do a kind of a refresher, make sure we're all on the same page at this point in the program. So EQ, EQEI, you understand the dance there. EQ, how smart is someone about their emotions, emotional intelligence skills. That's what we're measuring. That's what we're looking at when it comes to a behavior perspective. This is the MAP5, right? You have one of these. You have your assessment. We looked at it. When we look at the MAP5, everything we do is in a self-check and a peer check, right? We're borrowing from our human performance because that's good practice. So here again, we see the MAP5, self-checks, peer checks. These are things that we've learned we're doing within ourselves, right? Behaviors, specific behaviors like self-respect, self-monitoring. You know, my fave is introspection. We're doing these inside. When we go to the we world, 4 and 5, again, we measured your skill set. This is leadership. Let's be clear about that. These are skills that we see effective leaders having. Empathy's big business. It's right there. On yours, same thing right here. Mindfulness, interpretation, observation. Again, behaviors that we're now learning. Get to this hard one, conflict management, relationship management, or down here, ego management. Remember, behaviors. Me world behaviors I'm engaging in. We world behaviors when we're in that social. I gave you another one here, the T.E.A. I use this every day in a number of ways. So again, when we look at this model from a self-check and a peer check perspective, when you're self-checking and you're engaging in these behaviors, I gave you another model here, the T.E.A. Now you know this is thinking. Thinking equals emotions. Emotions equal action. A good model for us. So when you're over here self-checking or you're practicing any of these behaviors in the me world, here's where you're going. If you do self-checks with your chatter and self-checks with your emotional states throughout the day, we talk about that's taking the brain into the weight room, you're developing these skill sets just by practicing this model. I want you to understand that. So again, you've been encouraged to practice your TEA throughout the day. Take your brain into the weight room. You are developing, you're engaging in behaviors. So when we get over here and we look at skills like empathy or mindfulness or observation, by you practicing the TEA model, again, you see their actions, you're going to self-check and ask yourself, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? Two different conversations. When you're engaged in these behaviors, you're developing the skill or behavior of empathy. You are being mindful, okay? So again, looking at the skills and the behaviors, trying to relate two different models here. On this particular model, again, this is self-check and peer check. Peer check is leadership. Here again, self-check and peer check. When you're able to look at someone else and think about what they're thinking about, what they're feeling that's driving that action, again, you're going to have greater influence on them, their ability to connect with them in ways that you don't understand right now. Until we really start better understanding the behaviors in our everyday situations. And that's what's happening. That's what this program is really all about, is you start recognizing these behaviors, first within yourself, recognizing it's a skill, but then when we see others on the team behaving in a certain way, we can now attach it to the skill set. Okay? Third model, which is where you're at in our program, is the 6-cylinder model. So let's talk about that for a second, the 6-cylinder model.